Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is New or Randy, whichever you prefer. I hope to earn your subscription today. And today we're working on part 2 of the cable Damascus knife. We are making what's called a camp knife. It has a straight spine and a nice belly. There's no dip in the tip. So yeah, as we go along, I will try my best to explain what I'm doing and how, or not how, but why I'm doing it. So without further ado, let's get into hammering here. I got steel in the fire, it's heating up. It'll be a few minutes, so I'll get back to you in a minute. Alright, so the first thing I do is I try to hammer in like a 45-degree bevel right here at the tip. Forming my tip first. It's starting to mushroom out, so we're going to flatten that back in. Alright, a little cold, so we're going to go back in the fire. I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of twisting a little bit. So we're gonna make it so it's the bend is in the up position and hammer it flat. Okay, so the reason I did that, cut that little itty bitty fit off, is because there was a D-lam there and I didn't like the looks of it. So now I'm working the belly into shape, refining that tip and cutting edge. All right, I'm happy with that shape. So now I'm going to flip it around, start working on the tang. Try to set our distance for bevels or edge and tang. Since we have a very wide material, we can go for about 3 inches in the tang area. Tilt it down to about a 45-degree angle using a half on, half off hammer blow. We create an offset. Alright, it's a little cold, so I'm going to throw it back in the forge. Tang is done. Now I can start working on the blade some more. Let's check blade length first. I have marks marked on the other side of my anvil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, actually, that's all I need to do. I don't need to do anything else. From here on out, it's grinding. So I think what I'll do is reset the grain structure. By sticking in vermiculite. So, for those of you that don't know, heating metal, well, any metal, steel, iron, they all have a crystalline structure. So, as we heat the metal, that crystalline structure continues to grow. So we heat it up way past critical, which is about 1500 degrees, and then we throw it into vermiculite, or we throw it into a place and do what's called thermal cycling. We heat it up and let it cool slowly, thereby reducing the grain structure. I'm going to do this by throwing it in vermiculite. So, without further ado, well, that's goodbye for now. I will see you tomorrow when I start grinding. Alright, it's been a couple of days since I've been back. The knife is all completely hammered out and nicely shaped. So what I have left to do is to grind it and get rid of all this nasty scale. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this here nasty worn out 36 grit belt with my 8-inch contact wheel. Ooh, I'm having an issue with my cord. Give me a second. So I'm going to contact wheel. See? A lot less scale, and I'm using a worn out belt because I don't want to, because the scale is so hard, it'll chew up the belt really fast. You see how it's done. I'll get back when this is all set up. Alright, I've completed quite a bit of grinding. It's a lot cleaner than it was. I'm not too worried about the handle area because that's going to be covered. But it should fit my cousin's hand really well. So according to him, he has girly hands. I don't quite believe it. So I gave him a little bit more material than he said his hands were. But right now I'm somewhere close to a 1/4 inch. Let's take a measurement and find out. At the ricasso, I'm at 17/64. With a little bit bigger than a 1/4 inch. So I need to take it down a lot more yet anyway. But my grinder's acting up and I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I might use the surface grinding attachment on my roommate's grinder. But I don't know. I'm so used to doing it on my grinder. I think I have to switch out some VFDs first. So yeah, that's where I'm standing for now. I think I'll just put it aside until I get some good thoughts on what I need to do. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following along in this knife build. Have a good day. Stay safe. Stay healthy.